And welcome back to part 16 of Yes, Your Grace. We just had one hell of an episode we just went through. We had to deal with a trial to prove our innocence. We also had to deal with a huge war with Redovia. So now the big question is, what's left to go forward? Our support that was supposed to come from Talus's army, which is under Ivo's control right now, did not come when we were in the middle of the war, so now we got to figure out what to do. We're down to only 20 troops left, so maybe we'll buy the training grounds right now so we can start getting our troops rebuilt after that big war. So Grieve No, week 31. Eric, King of Davern, I thought you'd find justice through Redovia's hands, but I suppose I'll need to step in. I didn't think that I would, you didn't think that I would have to believe your alleged proof that you did not murder my father. Truly, it seems to me you have sentenced an innocent man to death. How does that make you feel? I saw through your lies, Eric. You would not only kill someone for your own wrongdoing, but I see that you would also perform occult practices. You always have dirty tricks up your sleeve, don't you, Eric? I suppose witchcraft is a perfect fit for a deceiver like you. Falling mountains right where you need them? There's no explanation for this, other than magic. Is this how you poisoned my father? Magic like this is dangerous and must be banished. There is only one way to set things right. Davern needs to be purged of all witchcraft, starting from your throne room. I will remove all things diabolical from this world. The truth will come. The truth will come out. You will pay for your sins. Ivo, the king of Etana. Which is weird because we didn't actually have the witch prepared for fighting in this war, so I don't know what he's talking about. So, let's continue on. Has he lost his mind? Evil tricks? The collapsing mountains were nothing but sheer luck at a dreadful time. Your Grace, Ivo promised us 3,000 men. We won't last long if he comes at our gates with an army this large. We must call a king's summit. Other kings won't want to help us, but we must try. I will make the necessary arrangements, Your Grace. This is hardly an end, Your Grace. Yeah, what an ass. Sorry, Ivo, but you are king donkey right now. If we're under siege, we better stock up on supplies. We should aim it for at least 5 large crates of supplies. The weekly summary will have all the necessary information. It will be best to set aside whatever we can at the end of each week. Fair enough. I mean, we have a lot of supplies right now. I think we're still paying them back to the bank as well, so we got to make sure that we get that under control. The General. Your Grace, I've encountered a group of children in the forest. They were looking for the fern flower. Seems they don't know what they would find at this time of year. Luckily, nothing bad happened to them, so I took them to their parents and they thanked me for what they could, some supplies, and their words of gratitude. Hey, good amount of supplies and happiness. Elena's back. Your Grace, I stopped at an abandoned house on the side of the road. It was full of pans of every color, shapes, and size. I don't know who could have such an obsession with pans, but while searching through them, I found some gold. Audrey has more to talk about.
We were extremely lucky to win that battle. We have lost most of our men. If not for that avalanche, we would have certainly been defeated. I know. We must really be in favor of the gods. We need to focus on strengthening our army. I don't know if I'd ever forgive myself if this castle was destroyed. What are you going to do about Ivo, Your Grace? I don't know yet. Your Grace. Oh, yeah, we invited her over thinking we could be able to get something, but we don't need anything. Your Grace. Oh, Torlando's back. Your Grace, it is I, Torlando the Wonderful. Is your witch ready to come with me? Yes, she's ready. The witch will help. Perfecto. The witch is going to make all the difference. Thank you, Your Grace. So there we go. We lost our witch for 2 more weeks. I wonder if he's going to ask her about her underwear, just like he did the General. Your Grace, things have gotten out of hand. They're taking the children. Jessica and Wysik are gone. Why don't you send your men, Your Grace? I see we can't count on your support at all. What sort of king are you that doesn't care for his people? I think perhaps we'll be moving to another village.
We have no choice, Your Grace. And you have no children either.
I'm deeply sorry that I couldn't help. I wish you a better life in another town. Yes, it's time for our wedding, isn't it? I will keep my word, don't worry.
There won't be any wedding. My son, he overdosed on Oracle dust.
Son of a bitch.
I found him lying in his bed, all covered in spit, vomit, and blood. This poison is spreading like a plague.
I don't know what to say.
Everything was set up, everything ready. Just had to wait until the battle, didn't you?
If I hadn't prepared for the battle, it's possible there would be no Devon at all.
Perhaps. But your daughter would have most likely would have survived to marry my son. Now I have nothing left. I hope you never have to live through your child's death. I'm sorry, Kirk. I won't be able to support your kingdom anymore. I need to focus on myself. Well, that's a shame. Is she officially cut out here? Oh, wow. They are really all gone. Who's this guy? I don't know this guy. We actually can't scroll up to any of the other kings, so I guess maybe because their armies got taken out, they're not involved anymore. But let's see what we got. Your Grace, I went outside for some carrots from the pantry. I get back and all my pots, pans, jugs, and cutlery are all smashed. Can't even leave the kitchen for 1 second. This is doing of some imp. Oh, I'm sure. I tried to lure him out with some onions, but he's a clever little fella. The worst part is, it hasn't just happened once. Every time I go about, I come back to a devastated kitchen. That imp needs to be dealt with straight away. I don't have a hunter or a witch. I'm sorry, I can't do anything with this right now.
It's just an imp. They tend to cause mischief from time to time. They get bored easily. I'm sure it won't be long before he's gone, I'm sure.
Until then, am I supposed to keep cleaning up after him? That's ridiculous. I'd better prepare more onions. Maybe he'll come out eventually. I mean, would you take a general instead? Your Grace, I went to milk a cow this morning, and to my surprise, our Diddy, our finest, healthiest cow, was not giving everything. Some say that she's nearing the end of her days. I say we have a muddy prowling about. He crawls out at night and milks the cows until he's full. Bloated, he rolls back to where he's from. The youngsters are waiting for the milk, but have nothing like this. How can we live? Our hunt... Oh, man, no one's calling on the general today.
Buy yourself a new cow. Muddies are practically untraceable. This gold will get you a new cow, or at least can buy some milk on the market.
Thank you, Your Grace. I knew you'd have a remedy to our problem. Poor Diddy will be replaced.
Let's see what else we can find in the kingdom. See if there's anything going on. So... the children are here.
Yes, Father?
I know recent events have been difficult on you girls.
You mean the battle?
Yes, with Luli gone, I know you miss her too.
I do, but it's fine, Father. We're going to be alright. I knew you could defeat the Rodovians. It wasn't the easiest on Maya. She knew some of the people.
We almost lost. We had no choice, you know that, right?
Yes, I know that, Father. I'm just glad it's all over. Yes, Father?
There will be no wedding. Turns out there'll be no need for the wedding.
Really? What happened?
Yes, let's say Lady Lena changed her mind. We won't need her alliance anymore.
Thank you, Father. I don't know what changed your mind, but I'm really happy I can stay home.
Me too. I'm sorry if I've upset you before.
That's alright, Father.
Now she gets more peace in our bedchamber. Crack in the pavement.
Okay. Oh, okay, so they were both taken care of there.
Aloria's dresser.
Darling.
To be honest, I have no idea what happened. We were losing.
All I saw were fewer and fewer of our soldiers on the battlefield. I thought it was all coming to an end. I called for Ivo's army, but no one showed up. He wanted us to be unprepared. He hoped we would be defeated. We gave him our daughter. Why would he do this? He knows we have no rightful heir. He's just a young king. He doesn't know what he's doing. He sent a letter. It arrived this morning. He said he hoped that we would be defeated, and then he's going to have to finish us off himself. He announced a war. We have won against Redovia, but I'm not sure if we can defeat him. We've lost most of our men. Eric, what are we going to do? He has Lorsulia. I don't understand why he would do this. We'll work something out, sweetheart. You shouldn't worry. You're pregnant. We must avoid any complications with the pregnancy, my darling. How can I not worry? Fine, I'll try not to think about this. But you have to promise me you'll find a solution. I'm worried about Lorsulia. What are you talking about? We won, didn't we? I know Ivo didn't help, but I thought everything was fine. It isn't. We've made a big mistake. I spoke to Lorsulia before the battle. Her neck was covered in bruises. She begged me not to say anything to him about it. I'm going to kill that one doubt. Bruises? What? This can't be true. Was it Ivo? I just spoke to her. But in the letters, she seemed so happy in Atana. We can't let anything happen to her, Eric. We have to get her out of there as soon as possible. Who knows what that scum will do to her? I need some time to come up with a plan. Stay strong, honey. We will solve this. I really hope we do. I would never forgive myself otherwise. So let's call in allies. This guy is not going to befriend us anymore, so that kind of sucks. It's bringing King Varid. And let's send these people out. We got our general who can go. So we'll send him out before we end the day. The King's Summit. Welcome, and thank you for arriving upon my request. I have asked you all here to seek your guidance, help even. Devman is in danger. As you know, we just won a battle against Redovia, but a new enemy has arisen. Ivo, King Talos' son, is threatening my people. Even worse, he has my daughter. I fear for her. I suppose you were asking us for soldiers. Why would we be up? What would we be up against? Do you know? Prior to the battle with Redovia, Talos offered me 3,000 men. We expect this army Ivo will bring against us. Bloody hell! I've heard of bigger armies, to be sure, but I'm in no position to match that. Supposing Chorus and Corral aids Devman, you'd still be 2,000 men short. Same with us. Prasus, while prosperous as always, has only had a small army at hand. 1,000 men at best is what we could do. You're forgetting that we won't be having to take the battle to an open field. Defending the castle with half as many men as the attacker will surely suffice. Will you all help us then? Devman can count on all your help then. Not so fast. For starters, Ivo was the most likely prepared for this since his father's death. We don't have nearly as much time to prepare. Get ready and march this far. True, even if we get it right to it, it's not easy to move 1,000 men. If we buck right up, we might get to Grivno just on time. Timing isn't the best, yes, but even if we assume it will not work out, it's not that simple, you see. With all these Redovians, I've had quite a challenge in the recent weeks myself. Well, you're the main reason they're even here, wouldn't you agree, Eric? After your recent battle, numerous surviving Redovians have scattered throughout the lands. If you help me get rid of the leftovers, then I will give you my army. I want them all gone. Oh, but why not help out the poor folks? Is killing them the only option? Not killing per se. I just don't want help. I just don't help them in any way. Eventually they'll have to move elsewhere, or they'll just die from starvation. Slaughter them all would be my advice. Who knows what they brought with them? Barbaric vermin can carry disease, not to mention the monsters Eric already had the pleasure of meeting. Trying to starve them will only make them more desperate, so they'll be likely more aggressive. I suppose it's not wrong, but I'm not a fan of killing, but if I had to choose between my people starving and them, I would choose them. What's wrong with all of you? We should help them. They're people like anybody else. I like you, Eric, so here's my counteroffer. Help any Radovians that you come across, and you will have my army. Radovians this, Radovians that. I'm tired of this talk. I have no business with them. Yells is far too distant for them to travel, and I have nothing to gain from this conversation. I will take my leave. Let him go, the old fool. If the Radovians were able to march through the mountains, there isn't much stopping them from marching to Yelp. In my opinion, but what do I know? Look, Eric, I reckon we will take Atana around 19 weeks or so to manage to march an army to Davern. Why don't we see if we meet then, and I will see what I can do for you. Let's say, if I don't have any problems with the Radovians, then I will lend you my men. Oh, is that how it is? Are you going to let people starve, Eric? Word gets around. If I hear that you are refusing to help people out of Radovia, then you can count me out. How can I support someone that's indifferent to people's suffering? After all, didn't Ivo already call you a monster? Don't prove him right, Eric. Do what you must. I will see you in 19 weeks. I will come around as well. We can go over everything once again. That could have gone better. Farad, I thought you'd left. I was on my way and then I ran into one of your daughters. Seems quite mature for her age. You see, a marriage for an army? And I took you for a fool. I can see that I was wrong. What do you say then? I need to think this through. I don't want to make the same mistake as last time. I need time to gather my thoughts about this. Atana is probably already marching in. They could be here sooner than you think. I could use the company of some more energetic. The office stands. If you change your mind, let me know. You'll need to sell supplies to prepare for the siege again. Alright. Put plus aside. To put supplies aside, click the plus button in the resource section. When you have gathered enough supplies, they will make a crate of food. You'll be able to feed everyone during the siege. You'll need 5 crates of supplies. Well, let's see what we're working with here, because... So that's 35 gold a week to get 10... What was that? 10 soldiers? I hope that's not a week. So, let's see. If we put supplies aside... We're done paying back our supplies, too. So now we're making... What's this? 24, 25, 28 supplies a week. So let's put 40 in for now, just to kind of get us at least 1 crate. And because we don't have an army big enough for an upkeep yet, so we're okay there. So let's save and continue. Go on to the next week. Grievno, week 32. Perhaps we should consider Varad's offer more seriously. I'm sure Asalia would love to hear about this. The kings have asked us to complete impossible tasks, and even if we complete some of them, their armies might not arrive on time. We need to find another way to get more men, but who can help us now? Lords definitely won't be able to give us any more of their men after all the troops we lost. Perhaps we must muster the villages. Every hand counts. We helped them before. It's time for them to repay the favor. I don't think many peasants can read, though, so sending pigeons won't work. It would be best to send agents and call for them directly, Your Grace. To invite peasants to the throne room, send an agent to the chosen village on the map. So let's take a look at this. So these are villages, these are missions. There are a lot of people to help out. And the problem is people need our help on the in the halls here too. So let's talk to the general first. Your Grace, a local baker was missing his flour deliveries. I searched around. It turned out the horses in the cart got stuck halfway on the mud. We helped them. The baker gave us a basket of freshly crusty bread rolls. Alright. The hunter's back. I have found and killed the wolves, your grace. There won't be any more problems. Thank you, hunter. The dungeon guard. Your grace, in order to prepare for the siege, it might be a good idea to make improvements to the castle. Equipment and castle reinforcements might prove vital. I've added a list of upgrades for you to check. You'll see those in your weekly summary. I didn't talk to my daughter yet, so I don't know if it'll be... Eric, you've sent for me. Oh, man. I should talk to her first. That's all. Very well. Thank you for the trip. Your grace, it seems your gift has helped. The gods have calmed down, but Volbos is still out there somewhere. We were just waiting for all this to stop. We are very helpful for your grace. I'm glad I could help. Your grace, my husband is heavily wounded. He's a local hunter and he had an accident during his last hunt. He was injured by a deer. His antlers got tangled in his quiver and he was pulled from his horse. He only survived because the strap broke. Otherwise, the deer would have dragged him across the entire forest. He's very sick now. Is there anything you can do for us? Let's give her some gold. This should be enough to pay for medicine or pay for a healer. Oh, I knew someone could come up with that. In fact, for this much gold, I'm sure he will. Thank you, your grace. This looks like a hunter. Or, artist. Your grace, I'm Paulin Nee, a groundbreaking painter. I come with a special offer for you. I have always lived in Devon, so I've come to you first, my king. I bring you my most cherished and valuable painting. Royals are likely to fight over it when I put it on auction, but I wanted to give you a chance to take it before anyone else does. My paintings are known all across the nations, but I don't think that I have to tell you that. I know that you have a famous one in mind, one of the Grey Mountains. Yes, of course, it's beautiful. Tell me, what do you have for me, Paulin? I have a painting of the Battle of Brianna. It's somewhat abstract and full of emotions. It shows their soldiers running towards their enemy. In the background, there is a waning moon, and a big fire spans across the whole battlefield. It's called Fire at the Waning Moon. But it looks like a bunch of squares. It's an impressionist painting, your grace. I'm a pioneer in this bold, fantastic, brave art movement. How much do you want for this? I have a special price for you, lower than anyone else can offer. 12 pieces of gold. Oh, 12, yeah, sure. It might look good in the council room. Thank you, Paul. If you have anything else, feel free to come back. Oh, I'm most honored for my paintings to hang in the royal walls. Thank you, your grace. I wonder if Lord Gregor will buy this painting from Oh, man. Your grace, my lands have been plundered. I have been robbed by a horde of rampaging Redovians? No, your grace, rabbits. Ugh. It's a serious problem when you're a lettuce farmer. Send the hunter. Send the hunter. Thank you, your grace. Those rabbits won't know what hit them. So we need to start getting people to help us out. Let's start going to Klausy. Oh. Gold for boots. So wait, hold on a sec. So are these people, that I have to, I've talked to before? These are other people I've talked to before, so I don't know if they'll actually come back. Oh, that's gonna be something different. Babushka. Send for them in Babushka. Okay, so we also need to... Let's take a look around. Let's see if we can find our daughter, because we need to talk to her about possibly getting married for an army. Yes, father? King Varud has asked for your hand. He told me he'd like to marry you. What? King Varud? But he's old. I really like old. Father, you cannot make me marry him. Of all the people, why would you pick him? Hey. I haven't picked anyone yet. I haven't agreed to his offer yet. I wanted to see what you think first. I'm not sure why. I knew you'd never want this. Of course I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I really hope we wouldn't have to. That's not good. Let's see what the wife is going to say about this. She's already showing with the little belly. Darling. Vered would like to marry Azalia. He's offering quite a big chunk of army in return. Ugh, really? What made him think that we would let Azalia marry him? We need a prince, not some old fart. He knows we're desperate for soldiers. There might be nothing left if we lose Devman. Are you suggesting we should agree to it? I don't know, but if we don't gather enough soldiers, Atana will raze this place to the ground along with all of us. They can't just do that. Why don't we just flee? If we knew we were going to lose, what's the point in trying? What sort of king would I be if I left my people to die? We've got to try. We still have some time to prepare. Hopefully other kings will agree to help us. What are we going to do, Eric? The gods have doomed us. We have no good fortune. Everything is going horribly wrong. I just sometimes wish we were peasants. Calm down. Everything is going to be fine. I'll make sure that you and the girls are safe during the battle. You shouldn't worry so much. Go lie down. Fine. I'll try to fall asleep. So, let's see. This is the guy that wants to buy the paintings from us, so let's call him in. So, this is other stuff we can do. We can build a moat, we'll slow the enemies. Reinforce wall, provide support against enemy trebuchets. We'll hold off the enemy gates longer, so we need to start really holding on to our money again. So, let's see. The training grounds is slowly going to increase our military strength, which is high already. Oh my gosh. Hot oils. Allow to mine under the castle wall if need. So let's see what we can get, because we'll sell the paintings. We'll probably have to go and sell some of the paintings if we can. Build a moat, but that's going to cost us a lot. Reinforce gate. I think we'll reinforce the walls for now, and we'll end part 16 here. Thank you for joining us again. We'll be continuing this on and on to see what happens now that we know Atana seeks to take and crush Devman. Will we do that? I don't think so. We're not going to let that happen. Join us in the next part, though, as it's coming out in 2 days. And thank you again for supporting the channel as well. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you can be notified when the next video comes out. Also, hit me up on my social medias as well, on Twitter at TheDevman2DX, and also on Twitch, TheDevman2DX. Catch you next time.